good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome. Welcome to another edition of the Ohm Service with me, Mark SoulOhm. You've got, who we got? What's his name? Chris from Lethal Coils, and we've got Steve from BFG, or Papa Bear, as he's now being called.
Papa Bear.
Papa Bear. I do apologise if you can hear a thump, 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 thump music in the background. It's not me. We've got a fair just down the road and I can hear it. So we have an August, well, it should be August bank holiday, but we've just had it. But there you go. So there's a fairground just down here. Just thought I'd mention that one. How are we, guys?
Good.
Took
I'm good.
Alan's comment. That's from Baby Bear.
Well, what did Baby Bear say? I missed it.
No, I'm guessing you're Baby Bear.
Oh, yeah, I'm quite happy, Baby Bear. You alright then, guys?
Pretty marvellous.
Yeah.
Doing great. I'm back in the studio, so I'm happy.
You don't look as hot. You did look hot yesterday.
That's why I had the cut-off sleeve shirt.
Yeah. Ice
It
packs
is
under
still a
each
bit
arm.
warm up here, but it's getting to be tolerable now. So I was actually able to get some work done up here.
Awesome. Are you going to give a shout out to chat then?
Sure, I can do shout-outs to chat.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. Hello, chat. There you go.
He's a funny guy.
I'm a funny guy. All right, guys, we're going to say shout-outs to everybody in chat. Horsham Heating, Orion's Braces, Papa Bear, Grumpy Old Vapor, how you doing? Rachel, Unformed Ruby, Chris, a.k.a. Tuna, how's it going, brother? JP Ward, coming down the list, Jackie McGuire, Andy Harris, Gab Evans, how you doing? Flashy 1221 Division UK PS4. What's going on? That's a hell of a long name. We got John R. Puffing Billy. How's it going? Barons. Chris. What's going on, bro? Big love. Ian Morgan. How you doing? Bill Richards is in the house. Bill Richards, how you doing, brother? Stuart. Jason Lee and Timmy. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Hello, everyone. And Kevin. Got a little Kevin down there.
Kevin Arnold, yep, he just popped in.
Hello there, little Kevin. Hello.
I didn't try to ignore him, he just showed up now.
Did he?
I do love Gav's comment. Are we in the gutter yet? No shit.
No, not yet. Not yet. Won't be long.
Don't let them lie. Don't let them lie.
You don't lie.
There
Hello,
was a
Vaping Irish.
pre-show.
Well,
There was a
yes,
bit of
there
a
was.
pre-show.
Yeah. We couldn't air that bit.
No.
Oh, matron. No.
Oh, matron, you didn't see the even earlier pre-show.
Oh, madam, I say.
But, well, yes. Stop it.
Should have aired that one, shouldn't I?
She'll kill you.
She would have done, yeah. And my subs would have gone skyrocketing.
You call it what you want, mate.
Bloody hell, they would. Jeeps, my subscriber count would go through the roof if I'd have shown that.
Well, it would have gone viral, I'll tell you that much, mate.
Hey, Paul,
Viral,
hello.
Viral like gonorrhea. Right?
That's again, we keep on getting that. No notifications. Well, I set the notifications up. It's down to YouTube. But we're live every Thursday at 7 p.m. without fail.
Oh, no notification for the best vape show. Hip Hop Juice, thank you so much.
Oh, bless.
Domino Effect, how you doing, brother?
Domino. Tom, hey, kiddo.
Hey, Tom.
Tom.
So it's nice to see Tom in chat. How you doing, kiddo?
Ah.
Banjo. That sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? Banjo territory.
Squeal, pig! Squeal!
Squeal like a pig, boy.
You sure got a pretty mouth, boy.
I have the
Let me see
banjo.
you pucker them pretty lips.
Oh,
Actually, that didn't sound too bad.
Sounds
Not coming
like
from a bear. Rawr.
Easy, Grizzly.
Easy.
Grizzly Adams.
Oh, it's Tom. Oh, so BFG, what are you sucking
sir.
on? What are you sucking on?
What am I sucking on? We got the rewrap drag with the next mesh. Still on the stainless steel coil, so that's into its third week. Which is ridiculous. It's all gonna end horribly. Bit of a change up this week. I don't normally do mouth tell, but seeing as Mark was kind enough to give us their,
That's dope.
it's lovely.
Isn't it?
Mark was lovely enough to give us a discount code for Nature Vapes. I went and got myself a True Vape.
Yes.
True Tank, sorry. I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
That's what I said too. Mine's right there.
Great little tank, and it wicks so nicely.
It does.
Absolutely brilliant.
Do you use Freebase or do you use Nick Salts in it?
I've tried it with Nick Salts. It was a bit harsh for me, but I'm a girly vapor, so I've just got a nice bit of 3mm in that, and I'm enjoying that. And then we got the drop on top of the Soul Keeper, and inside those I've got the old Sweet Shop rhubarb
I
and
want to
custard.
try that.
That's gorgeous. The rhubarb isn't too acidic, and there's just enough sweetness in the custard. Lovely. And I'm slowly finishing the Contra. I don't want to because I'm really enjoying that.
Jarvis, try Nick Salt S.
Nick Salt's S.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I tried 10mm Nick Salts in it, and it's I
Just a
only
little too
vape.
harsh.
I only vape at 3mm. So
Yeah, same here.
10mm Nick Salts was like sucking on sandpaper.
This
So
ain't
that-
new.
You what, dude?
I said, this ain't new. My beard's not new. This has been going on for a while. Where have you guys been?
You
Love
sure?
you.
I'm sure I can see a little glue around the.
Well, it didn't show up overnight.
It does if you glued it on.
Hey,
Yeah, let me
fist
just glue
bump.
my pubes to my face here.
It does look a bit fluffy. Have you been fluffing it up or something?
I've been trying, brushing it.
What?
Put some beard oil in that.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah,
And
you
use some regular beard wash for it, too.
That's probably why it's gone fluffy.
Yeah, it's very fluffy, isn't it? Oh,
It's
I like
soft and
so
strokeable.
fluffy.
I can't wait. I want it to be like down here.
Go for
Is
it.
that to tickle Papa Bear's fancy? No, it is not.
No. Come on, Orion. It'd be like Velcro with them two kissing.
Oh my God.
It ain't glue.
Oh my God. I can't
done,
get out.
Well
BFG, what the fuck?
So, that's my buffet over and done with. Chris, what are you on, mate?
Well, I'm on a couple of new things that I haven't been on with the past few weeks, like people have seen me on. I've got the RAM box from Stentorian and Wotofo with the Profile RDA on top there, and I love it. I love that. I haven't used the Profile in a long time, but I really missed it. We've got the Rigmod Legacy. What are you doing?
It's Gaff's comment.
Oh no, I was chuckling at Rachel.
Astral GTX. You watched it.
That's why it looks different. You watched it.
I've got the Rigmod Legacy. If it'll focus, stupid
You're
camera.
already in the Baron's bad books. I'd behave, Chris.
I know, right? Freaking hell. Anyways, we got the Dead Rabbit on top of that as well. And this one you guys have seen a few times already, the Overpowered with the FP RTA on top there. For juice, what I'm running is some strawberry juice in the RAM box and Profile. In the Kennedy and Drop Dead, I've actually got some Yogi blueberry granola bar. Now it wants to focus, stupid camera.
Yogi.
And in the FP, I actually have some of this Fantasy Orange
Ooh, bit of dilly gaff juice.
Yeah, a bit of dilly gaff. That
it
is
like,
like
Dom?
an orange Fanta soda
Oh, yeah.
almost, but it's got Coolada in it. I'm not really a big fan of Coolada.
Yeah, the spoil it with Coolada. Yeah. Yeah.
Chris loves a two-handed black one. Do I, though? Do I really? Actually, I do like that one.
20 Marlboro, yeah.
Hey,
So,
looks like a badger's hugging my face.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
Have you, Lethal? Have
sir.
you watched Fast and Loud?
Have I what?
Watched a program called Fast and Loud. Watch it. There's a guy on there. It's a semi-reality TV show which is based around a garage in Texas called Gas Monkey.
Oh, yes. The Gas
And
Monkey
they
Garage
do-
guys. I
yeah.
have seen them.
Yeah, have you seen the guy, the main fitter?
Oh, geez, yes.
Is that
The
what
owner?
we're going for?
The owner?
No,
Yeah.
no, not the owner. The actual head mechanic.
Oh, I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to get it longer. I don't know if I would like it down to my,
The lowest
Down
I got
here.
mine was here.
oh,
just
man.
just past me my my
If I ever got
my
it that
lady
low,
bees.
I'd probably braid it. Have like 3 strands coming down.
Well, there's a similar one just started up on Netflix, Rust Valley Restorations.
Okay.
That is well worth checking out.
Oh, apparently Chris says his name is Aaron,
That's it.
the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. Another one that I like watching is Bitchin' Rides.
Chris Doyle, I actually still have some of my Mexican fried ice cream from Steve. Right here.
That sounded a bit, didn't it? Oh, matron.
ZZ Top level or in... Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm not gay. I swear to God.
No, but his boyfriend
I'm married
is.
with a kid. 2 kids, actually.
But that's what your
That don't
boyfriend
mean
said.
anything, dude.
No. Right, I guess tell you what I'm on then. Yeah? Shall I go for my buffet? What have you done? He's reading. Can't...
I think he's
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, that's it. You're done.
So what are you
Right,
on, Mark?
I'm on the Passage. I've been sucking on Matt's Passage. On the double barrel. In there, I've got the vintage raspberry sherbet. In there, I'm on that. I'm also on what originally was called the X2, but is now called the. They've changed the name, the Magus. So yeah,
Oh my
I'm on.
goodness.
Well, nearly
It's a
went.
shiny
Nearly went.
little beast.
Yeah, it's very similar to the MeWe, my pod. Very, very similar to the MyPod in shape. Totally different pod system, like, but very similar to the MyPod. Not bad little vape, to be honest with you. In that, I have got, what have I got in that one? I have got, this is the Double Drip Nick Salt Lemon Sherbet. I've also got the Urus that I reviewed this week. On top of that, I've still got the original Preco 2 direct to lung tank. That is still going well after what we on now, 4 weeks. Still going strong. I've also got the Kylan M on the Hex Ohm
Hexome.
V3 on that. In there, I've got my vintage mixed berry lemonade, which I still love, absolutely love that to pieces. And finally, but not leastly, probably the smallest setup I own.
Look at that dinky thing.
Look at that, baby. Yes, this is a tiny little mod. The mod underneath is the UCAN Kodo, which is I think it's 380 mAh internal battery, just 3 settings, and on top I've got the Origin Tiny 16mm. Also, little mouth to lunger. And that's
That's a
what I'm
box,
on.
not a
Oh,
mod.
and what am I vaping? Smoothies Maui Wowie. There you go.
Wowie wowie.
It's a mod. Trust me, it's a mod.
It's TBD. Hello. So yeah, that's what I'm vaping on. Oh, drinking wise, I've got a gallon of water and
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Sorry, Mark, it's Jake again. SoulOhm, I had to have mine surgically removed. I say.
I say.
Oh my.
Oh God, it was
A little
what was
personal.
You're sorry?
No, vaping's Irish has just put. Oh God, it whistles. What whistles?
Mm-mm.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it. Oh wait, is that me?
Do I keep that lipstick in my purse? How dare you?
He keeps it in his pocket.
Look very pretty. So when I go and powder my nose, I'm not. I'm actually having a sneaky vape.
I'm
Why
having
have I suddenly got put the lotion in the basket running through my head?
Irish, that's what I said too, man. It's 16 millimeters in diameter.
16 mil. How cute. If you want a stealth vape, you can't go wrong with that.
So what's the mod? 22?
The mod
20?
itself, no, I would say it's about 16 bit. Well, I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, get your calipers out.
I've got my calipers. The
I
mod
say.
itself.
Oh, fancy schmancy. I got plastic ones.
Zero that. It is.
It's all about the tools, Chris. It's all about the
It's
tools.
16. Say for argument's sake, 17 mil wide.
Right tool for the right job.
17.
That's
17
not
by
what
20.
you said.
It's 17 by 20. The mod.
It would be 20.
17 by
17
20.
by 20.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And height wise.
Looks like the old lady Q kit.
Height wise, you're looking at 51 and a half. Height wise. Mil.
Holy shit.
There you go.
Tiny.
It's a cute little thing. I mean, it's only got a 380 mAh internal battery, but it only takes 30 minutes to charge.
Dude, grumpy old vapor, that's exactly what BFG said. It looks like a Pez dispenser.
And it has got a little bit of a whistle. I've just noticed.
Danny, MBK.
Danny,
what's going on?
Hey,
MBK.
Danny!
Good to see you back, kidder.
Quick shout out to Chris, who's on his Voltrove this evening at ridiculous wattage again. It's got his Death Wish Isolation RTA on it with the Black Widow Blow Elixir. 230 watts. That boy's got lungs of leather.
I was just thinking, shall I get me Death Wish mod out and
Shrimp it?
put that on it?
I wouldn't.
I've got a Hammer of
Lord.
God Death Wish.
Not very stealthy if it brings every dog in a 5-mile radius come running.
It's got a little bit of a whistle now. I've now noticed.
In ISO.
Ooh, Orion's is on the keen and the drop. Very nice.
So, guys, news-wise, I know you two have got some bits of news. So, who wants to go first?
Steve, you can go first if you'd like.
No, you go first, Chris, because I always do the newsy bit first. So let's change it up
No.
a bit.
Okay.
Because you're
Well, something I know has been talked about a little bit in other live streams and other shows is this big merger. If you guys haven't heard yet, Philip Morris International and Altria are working and talking about merging the two companies. If this happens, it will mean bad things for the industry. Very bad things. However, I will say in this article, it does mention some positive things about the industry, our industry, the vaping industry, in the fact that it says that the e-cigarette market was worth about $11 billion in 2018, and it's projected to surpass $18 billion by 2024. In the United States, the number of cigarettes sold fell 3.5% in 2017 from 2016.
Jeeps.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Altria agreed to pay last year nearly $13 billion for a 35% stake in Juul. We already knew that. Juul's been trying to expand overseas, lacks global distribution network of Philip Morris, which has grown since it spun off from Altria in 2008. The move would also allow Philip Morris to profit from Juul rather than compete with it. Philip Morris' marquee product in the e-cigarette market is the IQOS, a pen-like device that warms a tobacco stick and releases a vapor with the taste of tobacco but has fewer harmful chemicals than cigarette smoke does. By how many? Probably marginal. But that being said, the IQOS is also the only product in the market that has been FDA approved. It's currently available in more than 47 countries, but was only recently approved for sale in the U.S. The product will be marketed in the U.S. through a licensing agreement with Altria. Let's see. What else? Shares in both companies fell on Wall Street as investors questioned the deal. Altria stock closed down 4%. Philip Morris dropped 7.8% in stock.
Wow.
Here we go. Bonnie Herzog, manager director with Wells Fargo Securities, said in an email on Tuesday, "We long believed a combination of the two companies would make a lot of sense. One of the benefits of the merger would be a more diversified geographic sales, which would reduce the risks to Altria from the FDA's focus on vaping and nicotine reduction," she said. The spin-off of Philip Morris was intended to insulate it from the smoking liability lawsuits and federal regulatory actions that had plagued Altria. With its global reach, Philip Morris is now much larger than its former parent. We already know Philip Morris International is practically the largest, in my opinion, is the largest big tobacco company out there. And combining with Altria, they're going to be unstoppable. It sucks.
Excuse me.
Philip Morris investors might balk at Altria's debt load of $29 billion. Apparently they're in debt a lot from its investments in Juul and Cronos. Cronos is a cannabis company that they invest in now. Okay then. Garrett Nelson says, "In our opinion, it makes more sense for Altria because of the ongoing decline of cigarette sales in the U.S. and the heightened regulatory scrutiny for both tobacco and e-cigarettes," Mr. Nelson said. Of course, this is going to decrease Altria's debt because the amount of cigarettes they're going to be selling is going to go up. So their income is going to come up, their debt is going to go down. Public health officials were less enthusiastic about the prospect of a merger. "This is very dangerous for public health," said Matthew L. Myers, president of the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. "There's a real concern that strengthened Philip Morris poses an increased threat to tobacco control measures both in the U.S. and around the globe." We're going to talk about a quote here from the big bad former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb. Said it was unclear what the merger would mean for public health. Quote, "It's hard to say it's a good development."
Well, maybe he should have thought about that before he stuck the boot in.
Exactly. "One would hope the combined entity would be more focused on truly transitioning smokers off combustible tobacco and onto modified risk products for adults who still want to access nicotine. The FDA has had difficulty grappling with the rise of e-cigarettes. Initially, FDA officials wanted to encourage their development as an alternative to traditional cigarettes, which roughly kills 480,000 Americans a year." And that's just Americans. 480,000, that's nearly 500,000 people dead because of cigarettes every year here in the United States. In July 2017, the agency gave e-cigarette makers 5 more years to prove that their products offer more benefit than risk to the public. In the interim, the youth vaping rate skyrocketed. The agency forced Juul and other businesses to show that they could keep their products away from youths. Juul responded by restricting its most popular flavors to online sales. This article is almost over here. Juul responded by restricting its most popular flavors to online sales with age verification technology. Some companies have followed suit, although others have popped up to take Juul's place in retail outlets. I can attest to this because I have a couple of them that my wife picked up for review. Joshua Raffel, a spokesman for Juul, said the deal would not affect his company's mission. Altria is a minority investor in Juul Labs, he said. Just like we control our company, they control theirs. Our focus is and will remain entirely on helping adult smokers switch away from combustible cigarettes, the leading cause of preventable death in the world. And that's the end of the article.
Can I just add, in the Altria and that only for the first 3 years, and then they get a bigger stake after the first 3 years?
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. At the present moment, yeah, they've only got 30%, but I think after 3 years it goes up.
Well,
They have
vaping
a
Irish, I
bigger
think the
say.
only more modified risk would be not smoking or vaping to begin with. I think that's the only more modified risk than vaping.
Well, I mean, let's face it. I mean, is it the CDC? They're not helping whatsoever, especially with the scare that's going off at the present moment with the THC.
Yeah.
Epidemic that's going off. I'm sure that they're going to call it an epidemic because it will.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I've actually got an article from USA Today on that.
I just want to Toro Holman. First, they sell the cigarettes that give you cancer. Then they sell the medicines to cure said cancer. That is almost 100% correct. They don't sell you medicines to cure cancer. They just give you the treatments. They want to sell you the treatments for it and ongoing treatments. They don't want to cure it because if they cure it, it goes away. They make no money. What they want is the money from the treatment. That's it.
So, interestingly, as Mark said, the CDC have come under some flack this week. Now we've talked about it for a couple of weeks now. The problem with the THC pods that have appeared in America and have caused the lung issues and now reportedly one death.
Black market cartomizers.
By all accounts, there's more than one death now.
Really, I've not seen that.
Yep, there have been.
So what's happened is Boston University public health professor Michael Siegel said the Center for Disease Control is being unnecessarily vague about describing the injuries as simply vaping related when many people might have been injured by vaping THC oil. And
can I just add some at that? For arguing's sake, that there was a bad case of cauliflowers, the CDC would report it and let everybody know as a public notification. Why are they not reporting this properly?
Well, this is it. I mean, they could be saving lives rather than casting hysteria about vaping. You know, and given that this is the same government, that's saying we want to save your children, we want to look after you, you know, and that's why we're doing the banning. Let's not try and play both sides of the field here. Yeah, absolutely crazy. I mean, the agency could be recommending right now not to touch the THC. They could be presenting posters with what they look like, what to look out for, you know, advice on where to actually get vaping products that aren't going to kill you.
Yeah, but let's face it, if there was an outbreak of anything, they would be reporting it straight away. Even if they didn't know the full facts, they would be reporting it and making sure that the public are aware of that hazard. Whereas whereas it's on this side of it, they are being so blanche about it. Oh, it's just vaping.
Well, this is it.
It's a coverall term.
Well, Siegel makes a nice point. He said there's millions of people vaping out there who support vaping as a way for adults to quit smoking. When they get this advice, well, we don't know what it is, it's vaping. That doesn't help anyone. So they need to be more specific, which bang on.
Well, it's like I reported on Sunday's Tales from the Ohm, that BBC one. It was first death from vaping, and it wasn't until halfway down the article that they actually mentioned about the THC or spice cartomizers.
Yeah, no, it's another pick and choose the information we choose to allow out to the public. It's another ploy to bury vaping.
And the pulmonologist at Salt Lake City says a large portion of the hospital's 13 vaping-related injuries involve THC. That's more than a little blip, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Come on, that is statistically up there.
Yeah. I think Bill Richards said it great. 2 deaths in 5 years versus 480,000 per year. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that people need to be looking at. Yeah,
It's harm reduction, not harm elimination.
This is it. We've always said that. You know,
Yep.
but after 10 years now, I would say a decade is getting on for a mid-term study. If you don't want to say it's a long-term study, you've got solid data there for a mid-term. Yeah, it's definitely not short-term.
The thing is, though, Steve, it's 10 years now. I mean, vaping has been around properly for 10 years now. It's not like it's 3 years old, 5 years old. It's 10 years old now. I mean, how many years do they need?
I heard vaping goes even farther back than that.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, vaping goes way back. Yeah, you're talking to early 90s. It actually goes back to. But I'm on about mainstream vaping. It's been going for definitely properly for 10 years.
Right.
And they've had 10 years worth of study, and all you ever see now is the media rehashing, regurgitating old data of popcorn lung has its rounds, formaldehyde has its rounds, and then you have heavy metals has its rounds, and they keep on recycling it. And it's one of the reasons why more people believe that vaping is more harmful to you than smoking cigarettes.
Which is costing lives.
Sure is.
Now, moving on from the CDC, a surprise one here, and one that Voca's probably going to be happy about. After legalising vaping back in April, the UAE is now positioning itself to become one of the global leaders in the promotion of e-cigarettes. And they are talking about having a World Vape Show, which will be held across 3 days at the Dubai World Trade Center. And then a Future of Vape conference will also be running parallel with this, where 50 industry experts will be discussing a range of topics. So they've created the event to bring the industry together in a new market to understand how supplies can reach end users and how vaping category in store can drive footfall, sales and profits. Which is, to me, that's a damn good way of doing it.
That's awesome,
You know,
that.
Look at the supplier, look at the end user, work with them.
Domino brings up a good point. Not to mention 4 out of 5 Americans polled thought nicotine was a carcinogen.
Yeah.
That's a
Misinformation.
common one.
Yep, misinformation. Completely.
Well, I mean, let's face it, when you get adverts with nicotine creates, and they're showing blooming worms in your brain.
Yep.
Well, for those who were watching Tales from the Elm, I did post that animal protest video on the Facebook site. And that's just pure, look at the cute animals. Unbelievable.
It's they can't run, at the end of the day, they cannot run away from the science. And the science there to back it up, fully fledged now.
Well, somehow the U.S. is managing to do that still.
Well,
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the US is just trying to work it out how to regulate it, and they're trying to regulate it as a tobacco product for starters, and that's one of the reasons why they're going wrong. They're trying to regulate it like they regulate tobacco.
Personally, I think that with the PMTAs that they get put in, I think they're probably going to slag off most of them.
Yeah, of course they will.
You know, 100, well, close to all of them, because they don't really want vaping around. Their money's not coming from vaping. Their money's coming from cigarettes. And that's how I feel about the FDA. They just want to bury it. They don't want it to exist at all.
Oh yeah,
So
totally. I mean,
eliminate
I
every other product that comes in through PMTA. They're just going to make money off of the applications and say nope, 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 nope.
I think I've said it in this show before. The FDA doesn't want anything to do with it, and I think they tried to make it so hard that it went back to Congress. because they didn't want to deal with it in the first place, because they know for a fact, irrespective of money, let's not bother about the money side of it, to get everybody to get licensed for every single product, they haven't got the manpower.
Right.
No.
They just haven't got, literally, they physically cannot do it.
I don't think there's enough labs in the States.
There's absolutely not enough, and that's down to because they're trying to treat it like a tobacco product. So they're making it as hard as possible, so it goes back to Congress, and it's this tit for tat. It's so like you've got Congress saying, "Oh no, it's your problem. FDA can sort this out. This is a health issue. FDA sorts it out." The FDA knows for a fact that they can't sort it out.
They can't.
Interesting you mention it, because the FDA, remember Gottlieb in his parting shot about seizures and vaping?
Oh God,
Yep.
Yeah, the FDA have now asked for more reports about seizures. The Supremo Ned Sharpless is cranking up the fear factor. It's imperative that healthcare professionals, consumers, parents, teachers and other concerned adults, as well as youth and young adult users, report detailed information about any past or future incidents of seizures following e-cigarette use to the FDA. Right, so the original info was based on people that had already had seizures, and it was later discovered that some of those that hadn't already had seizures were also illegal drug users. So,
Also, including in that one, you know how they get what was basically called ambulance chasers. They've been
Lawyers,
asked,
yeah.
they've been asked to report it as well.
That's crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
no, sorry, Chris.
I was just going to address a comment in chat that's Horsham Heating thinks zero nic should not be included as part of the nic products as it's harmless. You're right, but they still classify it as a tobacco product because it goes into vaping. It goes into a vapor device. And so because it is used with a tobacco product, which is what they classify everything as, even coils that go into RDAs, those are all classified as tobacco products. So they aren't going to just eliminate zero nic. Unfortunately, that's going to have to go through PMTA process as well.
Here's one for you though, kid. When it was just tobacco, they didn't class matches as a tobacco product.
I know.
They didn't,
Or cigarette lighters.
Yeah. Tobacco pouches, they weren't suddenly tobacco products, were they?
No. Not at all.
Mark, there was no need for that, young man. And yes, we are men. We're manly
Manly men.
Men in tights.
Speak for yourself, Luke. Oh, speak for yourself, son.
I'm not wearing any tights.
Are you
At least I don't
sure?
think I am. Man, these tights are hairy.
That's what she said.
It is going to cost the U.S. a lot of dollars, bro. It's going to cost not the U.S. It's going to cost the B&Ms. It's going to cost the e-liquid manufacturers
it's going to cost
the money.
billions and billions.
It is. It is. It's going to net them billions of dollars for these PMTAs. That's if these companies decide to put through the PMTAs, if they can afford it. But a lot of these companies are not going to be able to afford the PMTAs for all of their products.
I mean, let's face it, even if they could afford it, they don't even know exactly what the PMTA is. Because it keeps on bloody changing
You're going to see a mass market exit before the date comes that you have to put in your PMTAs. You're going to see a lot of companies exit. They're not going to even put in their PMTAs. They're just going to shut up shop and walk away.
And that's what they want, because then it solves a problem.
It is, but it isn't, because that means also that no, I haven't seen the insiders. And that completely threw me off. That's not going to make them money. They're going to get a lot of money from the PMTA applications that are filed, but the people that lead the market, the industry, aren't going to be paying them money, so they want that money. But
you're going to be losing the business taxes. You're going to be losing the income taxes from the people that worked in the B&Ms and the various manufacturers. You're going to be losing the taxes for where they buy their weekly shopping, because the stuff they buy is going to be down because they're unemployed. You know. Whereas if they'd regulated it, followed the laws that were already there, ignored the hysteria, you would have a steady stream of income from the taxes, the sales taxes, any potential sin tax that they wanted to put on that wasn't ridiculous, and they could have worked with the industry and got a decent revenue flow.
I mean, let's face it, the whole industry isn't against regulation.
No.
Everyone that you speak to, from businesses to, are totally for it, because obviously, how can you put it? We want it to be regulated for the simple fact then we've got that trust of knowing that what we're buying is safe.
Yeah.
It's not a bathtub mixer does it in. You know, we already know these, so we understand why it needs to be. Lightly regulated, not the word lightly regulated, not this stupid what's going off. It really, it blatantly states, and you can see it, that it's more money that they're losing, and it's sort of like there's the money to situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
What, Tom? What was that? I can't read that. Moet Jeems Gan Kitchen. Okay.
No, I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
I don't understand.
He's took it off.
Yeah, he has.
Well, it's no worries.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But the fact that the FDA, above all, wants to ignore all of the science and all the studies and all of the reports that have been done leads me to believe that that leads me to my mentality about them, where they just don't want it to exist at all. They're just going to automatically blacklist everything that comes in on PMTA. That's how I feel. That's how I see it. And I don't know. It's sad. It's very sad. It upsets me greatly to think that way. But who's having a seizure?
No, it's cool.
Oh, he said take a look.
Yeah.
It means have a look.
Have a look.
I think Tom is speaking Klingon. It could have been.
It's Dutch, but let's play nice, guys. Come on.
Oh, man.
Oh, me.
Just spin it around, guys. If we were in Holland and you've got three guys babbling on in English and you don't understand English.
I mean, let's face it, you got two Yorkshiremen. I mean, that's hard enough for anyone.
Chris is a Yank, so say no more.
Yeah. Say no more.
Say no more.
The Yank reputation has already taken me.
Yeah,
people already have their views of me, so.
That only involved cigarettes, mate. Don't worry about it.
That's cigarettes and hobos.
I'm not saying there are a lot of stupid people in here in the States. I'm just saying.
Which reminds me, has anybody seen the Kevin Wilson, I wonder what Donald's doing today?
No.
The song about Donald Trump. If you get a chance, have a look on YouTube. It is so funny. So funny.
Big love, Chris Doyle. Thanks for the Twitch link and the YouTube channel.
Oh, bless Chris. Thank you very much, Chris.
He's such a great guy, isn't he? Chris is a great dude. Solid. It's always ever been about the money. The rules and justifications are to confuse the people. That's exactly right. The FDA will ignore everything because there is no money in that. Make them ill and pretend to help. Absolutely.
Yep.
Pump fist on that one, kiddo.
Mark's been saying that for months now. Mm-hmm. What they're after is the ability to turn around and say, we told you it was bad for you.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen. Well, to be honest with you, it already has started. It already has started. The THC epidemic that's going off has already started it. See, told you vaping would kill you. It's already started. They did it with, let's face it, they did it originally with the science. There was debunking every science that came out, every paper that came out, there was debunking it, no matter what it was. And there was bad science coming out and paid science to make the it look worse than what it is. That failed. So they went on to the next one. It's the children. We've got to be careful of the children. We've got to protect the children. That's not still winning the war. So now what's next? Oh, they're killing people. There you go. See, it's all very clever, and it's all very clever media exposure as well, because it's so like it's what Joe Bloggs is seeing. Like I said the other week, and it's so like they'll go and fill up the car with petrol, they'll go and pay for the petrol, and as they're passing the newsstand, vaping kills. That's all they'll read. That's all they need is that. And that's it.
That's right. It's like the Star Wars quote, fear will keep the local populations in line, the local systems in line.
It's true, and it is true.
It really is. But it's also true, the tighter you grasp your fist, the more things are going to slip through your fingers.
Hashtag Star Wars.
Hashtag Star Wars. Hell yeah.
Talking about Star Wars, I saw it. Did anyone else see it?
Star Wars?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, Ewan McGregor.
Yes, Ewan McGregor is officially going to be replaying Obi-Wan Kenobi. Filming starts next year.
Is that on Disney Plus?
I don't know. I think it's going to be an actual film.
Right, because if I saw correctly, Star Wars related, you've got The Mandalorian coming out, which will be on Disney Plus. You've got Falcon and Winter Soldier coming out. That will be on Disney Plus. Yeah. So this Disney Plus is they're going to hold some very interesting titles there.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen the adverts for them. Well, should I say trailers? They do look good.
The Mandalorian looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Oh, I think Vape and Irish and Rachel are right on point. They hate the children argument, protect your own damn children. And I couldn't agree more, Irish. Last time I checked, my children were my responsibility, therefore it's my job. Absolutely. It is the parents' responsibility to raise the children, not the government's. Not the government's. It's not their time or place to play mommy and daddy to all these children that have mommies and daddies.
But that's the thing is, though, we're in a society now that we are blaming someone else for everything.
Oh yeah.
Personal responsibility is null and void now.
Yep.
Holding your hand up and saying, "Yeah, I cocked up," that's become a superpower.
Yeah.
Really has. And
I say it. If I mess up something, if I screw up somewhere, you know what, guys? I fucked up. That's my bad.
You gotta own it.
Do your damnedest to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't sit there crying into your milk saying, "No, it's because my mummy and daddy didn't love me."
No.
I mean, let's face
just
it.
Didn't listen.
You can't blame the government for everything.
No.
And the government, I mean, without quoting a quite famous president, it's not what you can do, what the government can do for you, it's what you can do for the government.
Yeah,
and
keep them in power.
Yeah, it's true though. I mean, in that respect, it's not what people can do for you; it's what you can do for them.
Yeah.
And it really is that mentality that we've lost. It's like every time you turn the television on, it's have you had an accident? Wasn't your fault? Someone to blame? And it's like we're in that society. Oh, it was the school.
You saw that too, right? You saw that too. If that's a superpower, I'm changing my name to Captain Cockup.
I'm already there, dude.
And that's polite.
To be fair, I had an incident yesterday. I was supposed to finish work early. I didn't. Got into town, so I'd just driven half an hour away from work, got a phone call, had to come back to work. And I snapped at the person that sort of passed on the message. I shouldn't have. I was out of order. First thing I did once I'd sorted it was I went in and apologised to the person that I'd snapped at. I was angry because I knew what was going on in the background. They didn't. They just passed on the message. But, if
never shoot the messenger.
No, you shouldn't. And I did. And I did apologise to them. But I was waiting for that mean bear.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Steve, yes, you snapped at that person, but you're not blaming somebody else because you snapped at them.
Right.
Well, this is it. I could have quite easily done that. It was all their fault for giving me the bad news and all the rest of it. No, that's not the case.
It's easier to do that, and that's why a lot of people do it. It's easier to say that than admit that you've cocked up.
Yeah.
If that's one lesson I hope I taught my kids, if you cock up, you own it. Yeah.
Take responsibility for your actions. Don't blame somebody else for something you did.
Well, this is it. And, I mean, there was a line in Good Omens, Terry Pratchett, when they were talking about the evil deeds the three demons had done that day for the glory of hell. Crowley says he tied up the phone networks in central London for an hour.
Oh, man.
And it acted like a prayer wheel of evil. So people got grumpy, and then they went home and growled at somebody at home, and then somebody at home went off and growled at somebody at the club. And that's all we're doing just by blaming other people. We're just making more and more people miserable.
Yep.
Sorry, dude.
It's also logic seems to have gone out the window. Bare bones facts, logic. Yep. It's sort of like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Kids are going to try substances that really they shouldn't be trying.
Yep.
And that's across the board. It's part of growing up. It's why we are where we are now. It's why you guys are watching us.
Experimentation
Because we all of us, every single one of us here, tried something that, to be honest with you, we really shouldn't have tried. But did we take heed of anybody? No, we went out and still did it. We went all out and we all had a cigarette.
The proof on this one, how did the guy who first found out you could get milk from cows, how did that happen?
I don't know, and I don't want to think about it.
Well, I could turn quite logical there.
How do you know it was a guy?
I don't think it was.
Stupid.
Well, blondes might be.
Oh, be careful.
I know. There's a saying here in the States, and I don't know if it's common over there in the UK, but there's a saying here in the States, common sense is not all that common. And it says it perfectly. There's a lot of stupid people out there that just don't. There's a lot of misinformed people out there, and they don't care to pay attention to the facts because they're only going by what they see on TV, reading in the newspapers, or hearing on the radio. And so, I don't know.
Jax, you're taking all the fun out of my evening, mate. I like to think you watched Young Chaos feed and thought, hang on, I wonder if.
What did he think he was doing?
Man had to take care of a baby after its mother died in childbirth, so he milked a deer to feed it.
Aww.
Modern man exists.
Aww.
Do you ever get the feeling, though, that, realistically, if you look into the animal world, if that happened back in the caveman days, he'd have probably left the kid.
If it's on Facebook, it must be true.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
I think, getting back to your point of people being misinformed, I don't think it's just a case of that. What it is it's a case of people they've seen it, they've read it, so they won't accept anything different.
Ignorance is bliss.
That's not so much ignorance, mate. It's just I've seen that, therefore I am now an expert, and I am not prepared to look at an alternative view.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the CDC seem to be playing that card so
I find
much.
I find that to be ignorance in that they're ignoring every other study out there. You know, it's just easier to look at one thing and take that at face value rather than do your actual research and look into different studies, look into different reports, and find out the information for yourself, make an educated decision, an actual informed decision on what you feel about vaping. But if you're just going off of one article, there's not enough data for you to actually make an educated decision.
Well, I mean, that's where the popcorn lung thing came from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Grumpy, thank you for that, mate. Confirmation bias is its official term.
Yeah.
Isn't it good that one of us is paying attention?
Right?
It's one of those things that really, it really gets me. It's so like, the big elephant in the room is that people aren't smoking cigarettes. And it's so like that little bit of people aren't smoking cigarettes. Doesn't that mean anything anymore? And the way that vaping is being attacked, it doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, America alone has got the lowest uptake of youth cigarette usage in its history. Surely that should be celebrated, but it's not.
That's
No.
an epidemic.
No, because they see vaping as worse than smoking.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what they want to preach.
It's so like crazy.
That's a lovely quote by Grumpy there. It's easier to fool someone than convince them they've been conned.
Yep.
By Mark Twain. Well, that's a lovely one, that. Yeah, you don't see many people smoking now. I mean, to be honest, I've now noticed, whereas previously when I was a smoker, it just didn't hit my radar, yeah? Now, because I vape, I've realised the amount of people actually smoking.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
see anybody now.
I mean, blooming heck, I notice it really big time because so like I don't go like into Doncaster a lot, and when I do go in, blooming heck, the amount of people that are vaping compared to smoking is unbelievable. And it always makes me chuckle when you got some old granny and she's got something like this.
I love that. Makes me smile.
It's sort of, honestly, man, I got a right giddy face. But I remember the time, and it were only a few years ago, that you were lucky to see anyone vaping, let alone some granny having one of these. You was very, very, very lucky. And if they were vaping, it was sort of like a CE4 and an Ego kit, and that was about it. But now, it's big tanks. On most people, it's just like a SoulOhm tank or something like that, and you don't see as many cigarettes. You really don't.
No.
Now, speaking of Doncaster, the reason I bring this up is because Doncaster's quite strict litter dropping fines. You know, you will get a 50 quid on the spot fine if you're assumed to be dropping litter. Did either of you see the story back, well, this is a couple of weeks ago now, Liverpool taxi driver, I believe it was Liverpool, Wirral. He got nicked by the litter police and accused of dropping a cigarette butt. Yeah? They actually tried to hand him the cigarette butt. The only problem being...
He was a vapor.
He was a vapor.
Ugh.
They took him to court, they fined him, and he was ordered to pay £300 fine and £300 costs. Yeah? But he actually went to Liverpool Crown Court and proved his case, and it was overturned.
Good Lord.
And as he said, it wasn't so he didn't have to pay the fine, it's because he was completely innocent. And it raises the question, how many of these, now that the number of people smoking has dropped, what are we going to start seeing next? Because it's a smaller scale of the tobacco problem. Yeah, we built these systems around littering and all the rest of it. E-cigs are much cleaner.
Yeah, a lot more cleaner.
So you know, it's not like there's fag butts everywhere. It's not like there's packaging everywhere.
Right.
You know,
Well,
unbelievable.
from ignorant people, there's the little jewel pod covers and pod system covers and little pods that people just throw into the parking lots. They just drop them wherever they are. There are those people that do that. I've seen that personally firsthand at my local B&M that I go to. I've even seen glass tanks smashed and thrown on the ground and just left there. It's not good.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it really is. It's not good. I seen a battery, a vented, shorted out battery tossed in a flower bed.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
I mean, end of the day, that's going to happen because people just don't care.
Right.
Yeah, but do you remember back in the day when we were young gentlemen around town?
Oh, yes.
On a Sunday morning, when the council clean-up crews were going round, there used to be mounds of fag butts in there.
I've got a big pod for you, Julie.
Hello, Julie.
She doesn't like little pods, so I'll give her a big one.
In your dreams, pal.
I've got a big one sitting around here somewhere.
Good evening, Julie. Nice to have a touch of class. Compared to that horrible man sat in the middle of us. Boasting about the size of his pod. A gentleman's discreet young man.
Yes.
Not this gentleman.
Yeah, I think you're stretching the definition of gentleman there, young Chris.
Especially when you're trying to brag with your big pod. Oh, I've got a big pod.
Where's your minds? I was talking about a real pod.
I was talking about a real pod life.
Real life pod?
I've got a big pod. That is a bad shout line. Hey, do you want to come and have a look at my big pod?
How would you like to become part of the epidemic, me dear?
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Now you've got to prove it now.
What, his big pod?
He's been called out that he's got to show off his
Yeah,
big
I've been
pod.
looking around for it and I can't find my system.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Can't find my pod.
I've got a feeling this has happened before, Chris.
I misplace things all the time.
Well said, Julie. That does work the other way around as well, please, love. Picks or it isn't so.
Hello and welcome to the Tales from the Gutter Home.
There you are. Well said, hip hop. Doesn't matter how big your pod is, Chris. It'll only ever be an 18650. Oh.
Bravo! Bravo!
Cheers.
Bravo, young man.
Cheers, hip hop. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
That's the one thing I do love about the British sense of humour. We managed to say the filthiest things, but in such the nicest way.
I love that. Yes, it's
Hell yeah.
Yes, Gav, got the time.
totally.
Wait till some of us live here.
You need me to take a pull. You're gonna pull on my pod?
You lucky boy.
Tom,
Lucky boy.
You lucky boy.
You're all a shower. And we've arrived in the gutter. I bet he ain't no Ron Jeremy. Jesus, Horsham.
No, he's more John Holmes, mate.
Rip Torn.
Tom, we've not heard anything yet.
Not yet,
officially.
nothing.
It's going to be interesting times.
We having a pod pulling?
Pod bulling. Brexit.
Puff.
Brexit at the present moment is, well, yeah, all up in the air. I mean, I haven't seen today's news, but obviously yesterday Boris closed down the government,
Parliament.
didn't he?
Yeah. So, which is effectively put a block on anybody that would have any chance of blocking him from carrying out his plans.
Awesome.
There are still a vape shed just about. Well, yes, at least we are referring to 18650s. Oh my God, Ron Jeremy sang Wrecking Ball.
Huh?
Really?
No.
In that?
Hold on. I gotta see it.
No, don't.
I'm not gonna play it.
Don't play it
air.
on here. One minute.
No way. No way. Why would I do that? I just want to Google it or YouTube it until after the show.
Hey up, guys. I think Orion's pulled. Julie wants to see his AIO.
Yeah, no, Orion said he thought Chris had an AIO.
Oh.
I'm like a Swiss Army knife. I'm an all-in-one.
Really?
Yeah, small and fits easily into the hand.
What are you gonna do with the extra inches? I mean,
Inches?
you can only have a handful. I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Not touching that one, mate.
No way.
No, I'm not touching it. That is for sure. Yeah. Ugh,
Oh, I said.
dirty boy.
No, I mean, this politically, we have upheaval in the offing. We don't do politics on it because it does cause way too many arguments. But the Brexit will have an impact on vaping because so much of the stuff is actually imported and exported.
Yeah,
I just want to make mention that I have seen that video before,
I haven't.
and I'm kind of ashamed that I know that video.
What, Wrecking Ball?
Yeah, with Ron Jeremy. I
haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I did see the thumbnail, and I remember watching that at one point.
Yes, it's going to be very interesting, Brexit, I must admit. It's just full of weirdness. That's all I can say at the present moment. How it's going to affect us, I have got no idea. Stuart.
That's not what AIO means, Stuart.
I would put that in chat. I have another acronym for that, but that's okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't, Rachel. No, don't do it.
Don't.
I think that video goes into the blue waffle file.
Ooh, that
He's
good.
like a flashlight battery in a stacked mech will explode at first touch.
Sorry?
He said,
What?
Vaping Irish says he's like a flashlight battery in a stacked mech will explode at first touch.
Okay.
What's the next one? It ain't the size of the battery, it's the amp limit that counts. Well, that's what I've been told.
Well, I guess my amp limit's pretty high because I'm on amphetamines first thing in the morning, so my energy level goes through the roof.
Rachel, don't do it. Your innocent eyes weren't made for such fare.
See what happens when Julie comes in chat.
Suzuki 2-stroke.
See what happens. We all turn into sort of like 14-year-olds.
It's the spare battery's what does it.
It's Chris's pod.
I'm not vaping on that one. I'm gonna get some jokes still. So
SoulOhm saw on Facebook that you pivot with self-made cigar box guitars. Let's see or hear something.
I can show you. I can show you a quick one.
absolutely, Rachel, you do get halos for you being good.
Yeah, cigar box guitar.
Boy, can he play it.
Can I?
Can you?
There you go.
That was a little ditty.
There's a little ditty, the cigar box. Yes, it is a proper cigar.
Here's a little something I tossed off in the Caribbean.
Yes, I play. I do dabble.
Onions, I don't have a banjo. He does.
I do.
No, he does. Sorry, on the stream you're underneath me. Oh, he's under me? That makes him a bottom.
Yes,
No.
the Noel Coward song. You can't beat it. Isn't it lovely to have a... Yes.
BFG women are okay, but you can't beat the real thing, says Horsham.
Oh, God almighty, that hit rock bottom.
That is terrible. That is terrible.
I'm not on Grindr there, Horsham, so I'm sorry to disappoint.
What's this grinder you
Yes, what's
I have
this
no idea. I've
grinder?
never even been to the website. I've heard bad things about it, but I've never been to the website.
To me,
So I don't
you're
know.
bad, Julie. It's not your bad, it's the giggle. My bad. You just have this powerful effect on old blokes.
Now that tomfoolery is over, can we serve my own now?
Oh, God.
Oh, Tom,
say,
I'm a big
Tom.
fan, especially root music and blues. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Pennsylvania just, I think it was last weekend, had a massive big event. If you go and check out Cigar Box Nation, it's all there. Absolutely brilliant, Tom.
Sorry, Stuart's just got me. It's a metalwork forum grinder. I don't think so. Can you play Ice Ice Baby on the cigar box?
That's a joke that's still going on.
Oh, yes.
I haven't heard that joke in quite some time. Oh, man, it's nice that people still remember that. Well, Chris Doyle will never forget that. Let me rephrase.
Sorry, that comment by Stuart's just got me. I've now got visions of all these shop welders going, we don't do that.
Oh, it's funny because I'm trying to sell my welder right now.
That's a shameless plug, young man.
No, I'm not selling it to anybody in the UK. You know what the shipping would cost on that? Jesus. I'd be skint for the rest of my life.
Don't read Julie's comment, Mark, because you might pluck yourself.
Love to see you strum. That's some excellent finger work, Mark.
Oh, I say.
You're fingering that neck pretty good.
Even Timmy. Apparently Timmy's got a banjo signed by George Formby.
Really? Nice one.
Is there a UK vape show tonight or no? Oh,
No.
no, it's on hiatus. That's right.
Yes, it's hiatus.
That's right, I forgot. Sorry.
He's on hiatus. I mean hiatus.
Thank God he's not watching.
Sorry. Hiatus.
Sorry.
Vic's got enough to deal with at the minute, bless him. Get
He certainly
hiatus.
has, kid. He certainly has. And if you are watching Vic, I know you probably do. Hope the eyes and all that lot went okay, mate.
Yeah, I hope the recovery's going well, man. I saw Mark's G-string.
He's back at home, so he posted that up, but obviously it can't be easy using the computer for him at the minute, bless him.
Yeah.
Oh, Horsham, you're a doll, but I don't
No,
know if you can classify us as that, bro. We don't deserve that title just yet.
Not just yet. No. You can always...
Rachel, I'm
we'll class ourselves like that when I have to put slow chat on.
yeah.
Rachel, I just realized I've seen the video. I shouldn't Google. I shall give back my Halo.
Oh, dear.
I hope it's been well polished.
Well, if that's your opinion, Horsham, thank you very much. It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to be regarded that way
Thank you.
from all of us, not just myself.
Tom's just said they had a big blues festival in Cullenborg. Nice one.
By all accounts, especially cigar box guitar and the blues and that stuff in Netherlands is quite popular. Yeah, there is quite a big scene over there.
Ben, I'll go with that one.
Oh,
That's
bless.
nice.
Yeah,
The Ohm Service,
do
the
that.
UK's friendliest vape show.
Only because I want to shag you, Chris. Wow! Whoa, Horsham.
Whoa.
Personal
Really now?
responsibility.
Right.
He wants to admit a cock up.
Hey, you know what? He wants to admit cock up something.
Hey,
Bill Richards got it right, though. If you want Vic to come and watch, just say steak bake. Oh, shit, I said it.
Kelpie.
I've just got visions of Chris now, walking up to Roxy going, I've got options.
I've got options. You better be good to me, woman.
Do you see that one from Vaping Irish? The Ohm Service, the vape show with a happy ending.
Well, we have loved you a long time.
We love you long time.
Who's got a high-anus? Bet that must make tricky toilet breaks.
You need some TLC. Oh, the banjo. You need some TLC. First rescued it from Grandad's junk room. We'll have to hunt down a restorer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Evans. There's gutter, and then there's this.
Oh, hell. We're
Timmy,
sewer.
if you're needing someone to restore and it, give me a shout and I'll send you, put you into a lad called Chicken Bone John. He is the Luther when it comes to things like that. He's really, really good. So I'll put you.
Just
in
give it to
contact with him.
SoulOhm. He'll handle it. He'll clean it up for you.
I can lick it.
No,
Then send it back.
your hands clean the max.
Oh yeah, that's true on brass. Yeah. No, I thought
I think Timmy's got enough lick mods.
I'll lick it. It'd be what a tool.
I want a tool. I got one for ya.
Right then, Chrissy
I didn't say it was a big
baby,
one.
Chrissy, my wonderful little lad. What's coming up on your channel next week? Well, the
We
rest
got
of
some
this week.
reviews
This
coming
week.
up.
What we got? Oh, exciting! Oh, good.
Yeah,
Oh,
we got
juicy.
the. I did the recording for the Legacy just yesterday, so that's going to be coming up tomorrow. That'll be up tomorrow. I've got the show tonight, and I've got a bunch of other stuff I got to do, so I can't edit it tonight. But I will be on that first thing in the morning. Actually, after my stream on Twitch, which you guys can catch on Twitch TV at Lethal Coils. Also got a lot of coil building to do, since I'm going to be bringing that back as well. We're going to be starting to sell some more coils to anybody interested. We're going to be getting back to work on the horse, guys. We're getting back on the horse, and we're going to get this stuff done. We're going to get back into it. So big love to everybody, and that's what you guys got to look forward to up on my channel.
Steve.
How about you guys?
Right, well, Sunday, of course, we've got Tales from the Home. There are some excellent trailers out at the minute, so I'll be using what little spare time I have to have a look at those, and hopefully we can have a quick chat on those on Sunday. Especially there is some really good-looking series coming up. I know we've mentioned a few of them. And I did get told off by Ben for missing his comment last Sunday regarding the Mandalorians. So
It's disgusting.
shocking, isn't it?
Ignoring one of our,
I ignored him
guests.
allegedly.
Coil lives matter.
Blatantly ignored him.
I did not ignore the Pinoy powerhouse.
You probably did ignore him. You just thought, I'm not going to answer him.
It was worse than that. I didn't even notice it. I was that engrossed in what we were talking about.
It is. You've got to admit though, when you're doing the actual live show, talking to you guys and trying to keep hold of chat is a technique that you have to learn.
You have to
It's a
develop those.
juggling act.
Yep.
I mean, and for starters, we're men. We don't multitask at the best of times. So
Yeah.
I think
Horsham Heating, if there's anybody in the UK that's interested in ordering coils from me, yes, they can go to the UK. It's going to be a little more expensive because of shipping, but yes, they are going to be offered up to UK's fans or
Grumpy
people.
saying he was hurt.
well, I'm hoping that we're going to get some Steve's. of these wonderful, amazing, lethal coils.
Rock on.
Throw those horns.
Throw those horns, baby. Throw those horns.
So if you want to join us 2 o'clock Sunday, Mark and myself over on SoulOhm's channel for Tales from the Ohm. It's a ramble, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely. It's just nice and relaxed, chilled out, Sunday afternoon, chewing the fat. Yeah, I love it.
How was it we described? More drifting than a Tokyo car park.
Absolutely.
So, that's mine. Mark, what you
next week I have got a Mech Mod and a pod system. That's all I'm going to say. Plus, obviously, we've got the Ohm Service and Tales from the Ohm on Sunday as well. So, yeah, I've got some bits and pieces. I'm still on testing. I've got a lot of pods. I've got to admit, I've got a lot of pods. But I've got to get through them. And, yeah, Tom, C6 Steve, I've seen him 4 times now. Absolutely love the guy to pieces. In fact, I ended up having a natter with him last time I was in Manchester. So, yeah. Big fan. So yeah, that's about it. What's happening on the channel at the present moment. So yeah, all good and dusted.
So that natter with C6 Steve, was that along the lines of "Oi, give me back my banjo"?
Oh, jeez. Oh. Bye, Julie.
I'll just let you know, let you into a little thing. He uses a Morris Minor hubcap guitar. And my friend made it him. Just thought I'd let you know. I used to be heavily, prior to me actually doing reviews and that, I was, well, even when I was doing reviews, I was heavily into the cigar box nation and anything to do with cigar box, because I'm an Aquarius, and if I get into something, I really do get into it. And yeah, so all that hand-built guitars and things like that, love it to pieces. It's a subject we'll have to talk about on the Tales.
Indeed, it is.
Most definitely.
Did you offer to lick his banjo too? I feel so used.
We've had some corkers tonight in chat, haven't we?
That's great.
Oh. Right, well, I suppose we better wind up, haven't we?
We certainly had.
Thank you to chat. You made it so much fun this evening. We've been up there, we've been there, and we've been so far down the gutter.
So down.
So far down south. She loved it.
But honestly, without you guys, you know, there wouldn't be a show.
It's truth.
Oh, it's totally, yeah.
You know, we wouldn't sit here talking at the 3 of us. My, that's a big one.
That is not what she said.
So, thank you tonight for joining us. It's been a giggle as always. Chris?
Thanks, guys. Everybody in chat, you guys are absolute legends. Superstars, even. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a show. So thank you to all of you guys. Thanks to all of the spanners in chat. You guys have done fantastic jobs. Thank you much to Chris Doyle for all of the links. Dude, fantastic. Love it. Yeah, so I guess that's all I've got. So don't.
Stuart's comment, just quickly.
Oh,
don't go south too much, Chris. You'll get that rush again.
You know, I'm trying to stay away from that one. I'm trying to stay away from the rash, but, you know, when you go south, it happens. Anyways.
You've just been given a compliment there, Chris. Chris is basically the American version of Mo. Everybody just rips onto him.
Yeah.
We don't rip onto Chris.
And I take it pretty much, you know, on the chin. I take it on the chin.
Well,
you know.
That explains the patch, but...
Oh, yeah. Oh, geez. Anyways, guys, remember that no matter how bad your day may seem, please remember that we're the masters of our own destinies. We're the only ones in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative our days will ever be. So remember to keep the positivity high, keep the smile on your face, and I really wish you guys could do that. And remember to brush that negative right off your shoulders. Thank you guys so much. And over to you, Mr. Mark SoulOhm.
Guys, I love Thursdays. I've got to admit, I absolutely look forward to Thursdays. You two absolutely make this show. You really do. Chat, you've been absolutely corking this evening. A little bit of a pat on your old backs because you have been awesome. Very, very interactive, and I love it to pieces. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, or you've got any questions, we've said this a couple of times, and not many people have come back to us. What I'm trying to do is I want to get a little question time going, probably starting for next week. So all you have to do is leave a question for us. It can be about anything. No, it doesn't have to just be about vaping. It could be about anything, as long as it's not too personal. I'm sure all three of us will answer it. All you have to do is put a postcard. No, you don't have to use a postcard. Go to the Facebook group and slap your message in there. And what we'll do, next week, we'll have a wave.
Bye, Stresser K. Bye, Abby.
And what we'll do, we'll have the questions towards the end of the show. So slap your questions in for the last half an hour of the show. Okay,
Are they sliding in?
So
Good questions.
there you go. Right, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you,
Hold on,
guys.
I forgot one thing.
Go.
One thing on my channel this week, this Saturday, will be a special live show. I don't know how many people have seen Mr. Goober Vape's post. He will be leaving us as the reviewer community for a period of time. So you guys can catch him on one of his last live shows with me on Saturday.
What time's that?
We have not decided the time yet. It's he's available anytime after noontime, his time, which is about 3 p.m. 2 p.m. my time. So it'll be after that. That's going to be about 7 p.m. your time. It's earliest. So
I'm going to miss him. Big love to Goober if you're watching, kidder. Lovely bloke. Absolutely lovely bloke. And I tell you one thing I do love about Goober as well, his knowledge. He's really well up on his, especially to do with vaping.
Well informed.
He's very well informed. And to be honest with you, it's going to be a loss, and it's going to be a sad loss to lose Goober. But hopefully not for too long. So yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Big love to you, Goober, if you're watching, kidder. So
big love, buddy.
Right, I'm going to call it a night, and I just want to say thank you to Steve and Chris and everybody in chat. Thank you very much. Don't forget to them questions in the Facebook group. Big love all. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Chat to you. Bye.
So, what's your first question? Do you think it'll be centimetres or inches?
I thought it'd be mils, because he says he's got a big one. So is it, what is it, 2 mil, 3 mil?
All about the milligrams.
You're giving me too much credit there, my friend.